Hi, everyone, and welcome to another week of TV. It's all we've got. I'm Lauren Danikian, and I'm joined by my dad, George Danikian.
Hello, Lauren,
And hi,
and
how are
welcome to our
you?
virtual theatre. I
Our
love
virtual
this.
theatre.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it too.
yeah. A
I
la
like it.
Zoom. It's the way of this modern world of ours that you've created. I had nothing to do
Yeah.
with it. This is all you're doing.
I mean, you had something to do with it. You have the paid for Zoom account.
Okay, all right. I plead
No,
guilty.
you had a lot more to do with it than
Oh,
just that.
bust the door open.
You
Roll me
definitely
down
gave
the
me a good
street. Look at
kick
that.
up the butt to do it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
thank you for that.
My pleasure.
For those of you that are just listening for the first time, welcome.
We should say
Have
enter at your own risk.
yeah.
Okay. Just,
Yeah.
everything these days has a disclaimer, you know?
Well, it should.
If
You need to check in before you
Oh,
can enter.
yes.
Yeah.
Disclaimers everywhere,
Yeah.
QR codes galore.
QR codes.
There is nowhere you should go or could go or can go unless you do
Yeah.
the right thing. And our suggestion is
Amen.
do the right thing. Life's a lot easier when you don't fight the system
Yeah.
because
And
there's
when you
enough of
listen
the
to our
system out there.
podcast.
What?
Yeah.
What was that?
When you listen to our podcast, that
Correct.
is going with the system
Yeah,
that
correct.
we are asking you to
Correct.
do.
Yeah, yeah.
So, a little bit of background information. Dad and I have lived separately for many years.
Too long.
Too long.
Yeah.
So we don't really know a lot about each other, but we're learning. And this is pretty much a starting point for us, or maybe a refresher, I guess. Maybe not
No,
so
it's
much
a
starting point.
twosome therapy session. That's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot cheaper, might
Oh,
I
yeah.
add, than real therapy.
Oh, yeah.
What we do is we challenge each other to watch a TV show that we think the other person may not have necessarily loved or would have even thought to watch.
Correct.
And it's been very interesting so far. We've definitely challenged each other and had some fun while doing it.
And we've watched some amazing programming.
We
Some
have.
not so much, but at the top end of the deal,
Yep.
it's true to say that my daughter has managed to do what very few others in this world have managed to do, and that is affect my life like they have.
Finally, I made an impact.
Whoa, dear.
Only took 35 years.
Oh. Yeah, but better late than never.
That's true. And that's why we're here, right?
That's why
what
we're
it's all
here.
about.
So welcome
so you
to
can still pick
TV.
Up.
It's all we've got.
So this week, I asked you to watch a show that I had only just started watching on Apple Plus, which was Mythic Quest. And I thought it kind of fed into a little bit of what you liked and a little bit of what I liked, in that it's the behind the scenes look at what it takes to make a computer game happen. Is computer game the right term? I don't know. I'm not a gamer. Apologies to all the gamers.
It's e-gaming. That's what it is. It's
e-gaming.
It's theater games. And it's one of the biggest businesses in the world. That and e-sport, two of the most prolific and game-changing or life-changing things that have been created over the last, I suppose, decade or so, even more than that.
Yeah.
I can remember the day when it was plug and pray, and these days it's just download and zip it in.
Look, and everything's wireless.
The technology just keeps getting better and better and better, which means that our dreams can be achieved in the most amazing way. There are some tremendously creative people out there. The amazing thing about this quest that you put me onto, that is, get out there and watch this new series. It's a comedy series, and it's a great take on e-theater. They've created this game. It's called Mythic Quest, and it allows you to fight, kill, beat, challenge a myriad of different characters. And this is the behind the scenes sort of look into how they make this game. But it's also a great study on officers. It's a great study on human nature. It's a whole new introduction to a glossary of terms that I had no idea what they meant. And,
I know.
And I didn't know what a pouty was, or a pooty. Why are you laughing?
Wow, that sound effect was right on schedule.
Wasn't it? I aimed to please. it's interesting watching how a 14-year-old can govern and transform people's lives. And you've got to watch some of the characters. They're all tremendous ensemble cast. And you and I have talked about a million times how so important, whatever you do in life, if you have a group of people that want to work together and they're talented and want to work together, how much better the end result will be. And Mythic Quest does that. F. Murray Abraham, I remember him when he burst onto the scene as the guy who played Beethoven in a terrific movie. And I think he went very close to winning the Oscar. So that we're talking about seriously quality actors, all brought into this cast of all ages. And we won't tell you what they all do, because the whole point is you find out. Watch Mythic Quest and you'll find out. For me, it's about discovering a whole new world as an older person that I don't necessarily have access to. And if my daughter Lauren hadn't invited me in, I wouldn't know a thing. So it's all about this new glossary of terms. It's about discovering what monetization is all about.
I did have a question. Did you recognize Pootie from anywhere?
It's interesting that you mentioned that. He has that familiarity, but I didn't place it. I'm normally pretty good with faces. Hit me with it.
You are normally very good.
So who is it?
So I'm going to say it's one of the shows that we've watched for the podcast.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So Pootie's
actually a show that you recommended for me to watch.
Oh.
And it's the second season.
Oh. Now I feel thoroughly challenged. No, I give up.
It was The Sinner.
Oh.
It was the kid in the second season of The Sinner.
Do you know what? The minute you said that, I can see Sinner in the background, and you can
see his face straight away.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and he did a good job in that, and he does a great job in this. He plays this smart aleck little 14-year-old that rules the roost. He's the sort of critic du jour. Everybody
he's a
YouTube
gamer.
Yeah.
And he's top of his game.
And he plays games, doesn't he?
Yeah. Isn't it fascinating that people just enjoy watching streams of other people playing games? Doesn't that just blow your mind?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like Gogglebox, but
don't mention Gogglebox. It's one of those things that I have sworn never to see. So you're not going to get me on Gogglebox.
Do you know what? I'm starting to feel like you have a lot more things that you won't watch than I do.
Correct. And you know why?
Why?
Can't teach an old dog any new tricks.
So you're not going to start gaming now that you've watched Mythic Quest?
Look, I started gaming years ago when the technology was rudimentary. We didn't have the computing power we have today. I mean, today's quite amazing. I'm actually waiting until it becomes immersive, so I can put the helmet on, or the whole thing, and not worry about sticks and learning controls.
But isn't that VR? Isn't that the virtual reality?
Yeah, that's
movement
probably
that they're doing.
I wouldn't mind a new VR mask or helmet or just.
All right, let
Christmas
me see how much that is.
Christmas is just around the corner, but dare I say it, I'm not going to put any pressure on you, Lauren.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. No pressure. No
just
pressure.
Between you and me.
And whoever's listening right now.
Correct way.
Is Di in the room?
She may be. Di is ever present. She's everywhere. And when you think she's not there, she's there. Yeah?
She's there. She's always there.
Correct.
I did have another question about Mythic Quest. How far in did you get? Because there's 2 seasons.
Yep. Halfway through the first because of timing. And I got distracted doing a couple of things, but I'm gripped. I'm going to watch both. No, it's very clever. It's insightful. Again, it's brilliantly cast. It puts me in a time that we love, and that's Game of Thrones time almost, or Sir Arthur and the Thousand Knights. It's all of those things. Anytime you want to be able to put a suit of armor on carry a sword. That's the quest.
Yeah.
To be like the great knights of the past and all the characters that, fit into it.
Yeah. And there is an Aussie lead.
Yes, there is. There
is.
There is.
Charlotte.
She's very, very good.
Very good.
And unlike one of the other shows that we watched, her accent doesn't grind on me, nor does it clash. It fits in perfectly. Go on.
Yeah. The funny thing was, so when I started watching it, I was sitting there in the first episode and I'm going, is she Australian? No, she's New Zealand. Like I couldn't, I was like, for me, it was, she's Aussie. Like
she's Aussie. Yeah.
It took me a little while, but
we have a lot of talent.
Aussie.
We have an incredible.
But I've also never seen her before.
Yeah, look. Well,
to me, she was amazing.
Well, you've got to remember that one of the things that you can do with these new series and streaming, of course, it opens up a pathway for new talent because there's so much content required. So you can't keep going. There's only so many times you can go to Leonardo DiCaprio. There are only so many times you can go to
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, exactly. Or Reese Witherspoon or whatever. So with that in mind, opportunities galore abound for other actors and actresses. And we have some seriously talented people from all colors and creeds that, are uniquely Australian, and they can deliver some terrific work. And we're seeing it.
They really can.
Watching the smart interplay, the creator, the muse, all the people that play a part. And you realize very quickly that it does take a fantastic team. As it does, it takes a fantastic ensemble cast to bring Mythic Quest to life. And they do it brilliantly. Yeah. Very clever.
And I just feel like I need to say this, that Rob McElhenney, who is the lead and whose character created Mythic Quest, Iron is his name.
Yeah.
Iron. So he's also one of the writers on this with Charlie Day, and I believe his wife as well. And I don't know if you've seen Rob McElhenney before, but he was in a show called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Now, that's interesting you say that. I haven't seen the show, but I have seen him in other things, but I couldn't quite place the product.
Yeah.
He's a face I've seen before, but not in a sufficiently big enough role to say, oh, man, I know that guy is just great. But he is.
Yeah.
Everything we see and every player has a role, and it doesn't detract, it all adds to the show. And F. Murray Abraham is
that voice.
I mean, the voice is wonderful. The backstory.
Amazing.
You love no more backstories. No more backstories.
But that's the good thing about this. It gives you backstories.
I know.
And I mean, you'll get to see more.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout the season as you go on.
Yeah, it's a great reveal.
But it really gives, it gives every character a chance to shine, and you get to learn about each character, which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Because you kind of start to understand why they are the way that they are.
Yeah.
So,
and they talk about every subject in the world, including, dare I say it, the most taboo subjects. The exchanges are remarkable. And they give you a sense of how people behave in this whole new crazy world where everyone needs to compromise. And in that attempt to compromise, we make it even more complicated for ourselves, don't we?
Yeah, it really
is that a fair call?
It's a very fair call. Okay. Very fair call.
So,
but I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, so that was my take on Mythic Quest. What about you?
Well, talking about people that are forced to get along, I watched, now I don't want to say it wrong, I'm really sorry. Is it Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
It's a Marvel movie now streaming on Disney Plus.
Made in Australia.
In Australia.
Made.
Was it really filmed in Australia?
Made in Australia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I would have stalked Aquafina if I knew that.
There are people who love her, and there are people who cannot handle a frame of her work.
That's their problem.
There you go. On cue.
Who is walking through your doorway?
I have no idea, but it could well be. the muse herself.
Oh, anyway.
Yes,
So,
or
for
Aquafina.
those of you that don't know about Shang-Chi
Yeah.
and the Legend of the Ten Rings, it is a Marvel movie. It takes place after Thanos has had his little snap. Sorry, spoiler alert, if no one knows what that means.
Why do you do that?
You should by now.
Oh,
you should.
God. Oh.
Just saying.
So what did you make of Shang-Chi
you know what?
and the Legend?
I really, really liked it.
Yes.
It's been a long time since I kind of just sat back and let it all fall into place. I wasn't questioning anything. It was so beautiful. Like that, one of the initial fight scenes, I'm not giving anything away by saying that. There's fight scenes in it, guys. It's a Marvel movie. But one of these fight scenes was so beautifully choreographed. It was a dance. And I just instantly after that moment succumbed to the power of the rest of the movie and just let everything kind of fall as it was meant to. Yeah, it was really beautiful. Strong messaging. My favorite line, which I wrote down because, I might like try and remember it myself. Stop hiding. It only prolongs the pain.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, get out there in the sunshine. And the other great
line.
Yes.
Don't die. And you know what I'm referring to,
yes.
Which I thought was really, really great.
I do. Look, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is a bit of an origin story. Mm-hmm. It's, again, very clever. Very impressive that Australia has been used yet again as the theatre to make this production. It could be made anywhere. It's that good. It's seamless.
The water graphics, its
production values are way up there. There's no shortcuts, and again, the cast is full of ability, and more importantly, I thought this was just a rollicking. It's a bit like Red Notice in that it has that feeling of just fun, but it does it in an exciting Marvel way. Again, there'll be more of this. They've left it just where there is more to come. To be left. Oh yeah, more to come. More to come. And the, and the really messaging you touched on, very important. Correct.
Yeah. I also just want to say something really stupid. I want Morris. I think he is the cutest, just ball of fluff. And I want one. I want a Morris.
Can I just say to you that I'm sure they're going to be available in the marketplace?
I know, I really, really want
because that's what Marvel does. It's a bit like
I might have to visit
Star
the Disney
Wars.
Site.
Do it. There's more memorabilia.
Baby Yoda.
And hey, we're talking about Mythic Quest. What can't you buy about Mythic Quest?
True.
There are T-shirts, there are swords, and on and on and on. And of course, there's the game, Mythic Quest. So Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, very good.
It's predominantly an Asian cast.
Yeah, that's again diversity.
Is great. Yeah.
Yep.
And I have to admit, when I saw Michelle Yeoh, I was like, do I like you in this movie or not? Because in Crazy Rich Asians, you weren't meant to.
She plays the mama who's really tough.
She plays the mama in Crazy Rich Asians. Yeah. But in this, she plays quite a pivotal role. And
she takes me back to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
We met Michelle Yeoh, where she was in Melbourne a number of years ago for the Grand Prix, because she's married to Jeanton, the Ferrari boss at the time.
There you go.
So, yes, and she looked just wonderful.
Oh, she's
of course,
stunning.
She was dressed wearing everything that Versace and you name it, everyone else had to offer. But she looked magnificent and has been doing some tremendous work for quite some time. And in this again, tremendous talent. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I really like it. It's funny. It gives you the backstory. It respects the culture. Yeah, I just thought it was really, really nice.
And did you like the lions?
Oh, I love the
giant
lions.
lions.
I loved the foxes.
It's very clever. They've done a great job.
Yeah, the graphics were just incredible.
Yeah.
I just remember that water scene when you first see. I mean, I'm not going to say too much about it, but anytime they had a water scene, I was just amazed by like the bubbles.
Yeah, it's mesmerizing.
Oh,
Very, very, very well said. 100% on the money.
It was great.
Do you know there are options galore as to what comes next after Mythic Quest and the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Do you want something in a similar vein, or do you want something completely different?
I don't know. I'm good with either, I think.
Okay. Because something that's just hit the scene is a tremendous bit of work. It's called Hawkeye.
Oh, yes. So it's another Marvel movie.
That's right. It's Disney Plus. Okay.
It's on Disney.
It's Hawkeye, and it's again following up after the battle, after the great Avengers.
After the snap.
War. Yeah. And the fallout continues. And the other thing that's just been red hot and landed only yesterday, Amazon Prime, Protege.
Oh, what's that about?
Oh, so which one do you wish to choose? This one stars
Let's
Maggie,
change it up. Let's
Maggie
not do another Marvel movie.
One stars Maggie Q.
Yeah.
Right? And Michael Keaton, who was the original Batman. Right? That's the Protege. Samuel L.
Let's
Jackson.
do that.
You want that one?
Yeah.
All right. For you, it's the Protege. So what are you going to get me to watch?
Yeah, see, I'm kind of struggling, right? Yeah. Because I think everything that I want you to watch,
I'm not going to watch
is well, no, it's just quite long.
So
okay. I kind of want to give you a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just thinking.
Yes.
Maybe we should do.
Yeah.
I'm just going through Disney now. Let's keep it Disney related.
I love it when you run through your glossary of hits and say, what can I throw at my father?
Okay.
Oh.
I know what I'm going to get you to watch.
Wow. Here we go. What is it?
Cruella.
Oh. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Okay. I won't give you Cruella.
No.
Why don't I give you Free Guy? Watch Free Guy.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Free Guy. Yep. And watch
Free Guy.
All right. Free Guy. And you're watching The Protege on Amazon.
Which is on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done. Right. Done and dusted.
Until next week.
And we thought we weren't going to record today. Like, I genuinely thought this was the first week where I thought we are not going to get this done. Dad and I are well and truly sort of back to living our lives as normal. So, but, there
is no normal. It's 2020, 2021, nearly 2022.
Yeah.
There's nothing normal, Lauren. There's nothing.
That's true.
We're aiming to make it as normal as possible. But you've got to join us.
That is why we're keeping this up.
That's right. That's why you've got to join us on our podcast. TV.
Yeah.
It's all we've got.
It's all we've got.
And it's a unique production invented and created by Lauren Danikian and ably supported by Dad. Me.
Yeah.
So there
I
you go.
like that.
You like it?
Yep.
Got it. Catch you next week.
Yep. All right. Bye, Dad.
Bye.